Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the official LFC podcast, Beauty, Strength, and Dominance. I'm your host, Mike Larkin, and joining me today, she will be making her debut this coming Sunday at LFC 35 Booty Camp 3D against Miss Bella Inc., the one and only Miss Veronika Valentine. Veronika, it's a pleasure and a privilege. How are you?
I am very, very good. Thank you. I'm doing fantastic. I'm getting ready for my upcoming fight, and I'm super stoked.
Well, first and foremost, I will say you got a long way into the LFC Madness tournament, and now here you are making your debut for LFC against Bella Inc. How you feeling going from the LFC Madness, which incorporates a lot of prospects, and now here you are on the card against Bella Inc. in your debut? How you feeling, Veronika?
I'm feeling good, actually. A lot of people, they're probably going to be thinking that, there's no way that I can bring it into the ring. I've had age going for me. I've just turned 51 years old. So a lot of people are probably not going to be rooting for me, but they're going to be pretty surprised what I can bring when it comes to getting in the ring with her. Yeah, I'm totally amped for it. I'm training, I'm doing all the right things. So there's no reason why I don't think I should prevail.
Well, first and foremost, ma'am, age ain't a factor. And number two, happy birthday. I hope you had a great birthday.
I did. Thank you so much. I had a wonderful birthday. I was hanging out with all my girls. We had a wonderful, dined out, have good eats, good food, good night, good time. It was pretty magical. So, yeah.
Hey, that's how birthdays and that's how life should be. So I'm glad that you had a great time and you had a great birthday. But I look at it from a stance too. Look at people like Tomiko the Temptress Tajima. Tomika is in her early 50s as well. So don't even worry about that 51. I know you're going to bring it. I know you're going to kill it. But at the same time, you look absolutely fabulous, Veronika.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm trying.
You're very welcome. I look at it from a stance too, like we were talking about. When it comes to LFC, it doesn't matter the age, what have you. It provides that sex appeal. It provides that art form and that craft from wrestling to MMA and what have you. So, LFC is a very equal and very equal-oriented company. So, hey, you got to rep the brand, and you rep it very well.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, I've been out of the game for a while, actually, and I just kind of came out of retirement the beginning of this year. So to have this opportunity, I really want to thank LFC for giving me the opportunity, first of all, because I was really excited to do this. So it meant a lot to me. So that, being able to get out there and showcase and show people that I still got it and all that kind of thing is very exciting.
I also look at it from a stance too as well. Here's the role reversal that's very cool when it comes to your bout with Bella Inc. Now, Bella Inc. made her debut at the first LFC Booty Camp back at LFC 26, and she was a prospect going against Jolene the Valkyrie X. Now, here you are. Bella's the veteran. Now, you're the prospect. So it's a nice little full circle, and it's a nice little 180 to see how the vet that is Bella does against a prospect and a newcomer such as yourself.
Yeah. I think she's been in like 9 or 10 fights now with LFC. So she's definitely well seasoned. And I know I've got my work cut out for me. But she's a very impressive fighter. I can't really say that she's not, but now that she's my opponent and this is my debut, the tables are a little turned. So I gotta be, rooting for my own, got the table.
Hey, I hear you, but I also look at it from a stance too. Now, for those who've not seen Bella fights, and if you should, because my goodness gracious, but Bella Inc. comes right out the gate with her punches and strikes. I know you're going to be watching that, doing your own punches strikes. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. That is one thing that she is very well known for. Is as soon as she gets in the ring, but she doesn't hold back. She doesn't wait. She's just like pounces, and she's on that. So, I'm definitely going to be watching for that. And as soon as I see her coming at me, I'm going to have to make sure that I put it right back out there, try to control the fight from the beginning and not lose that stance and then just keep going with my momentum.
Hey, I look at it from a stance too to make a pop culture reference. Bella Inc. is like Texas Ranger. She'll come at you like a spider monkey to take it back to Talladega Nights. So you got to beware, man, because a lot of that stuff is very squirrely. It's very in your face. But at the same time, there's a counter and there's a reaction for every action. So, hey, put it in the scientific realm,
No, yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, I can stand to learn a lot from watching a lot of matches, not just with her, but a lot of the other ladies that are in the industry as well. So you take that and then you add in your own little thing, and then you can't give away all your secrets, so I can't tell everybody everything. But I got something up my sleeve. Yeah, I'm gonna bring it. Don't worry.
Well, I look at it from a stance when it comes to any art form. It's a thing of chess. You know what? You have to make the right move and the best move. So, I mean, I think you got this. And I'm going to say right now, you were a very tough test for Miss Bella Inc. She's coming off 3 bouts in Sturgis against Brooke Gilly, Jolene Hex, and Agatha the Cannibal Carter. And now she's got someone like Veronika Valentine and yourself. I got to say, you two are going to gel. And you're right up there on the card. You were right before the semi-main. So you guys are in a good position.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's a whole lot of talent there. There's a whole lot of there's so many different personalities that are in this. I can only hope that this bout, I'm going to get through this. I'm going to prevail, and then I'm going to actually get invited back to come back and showcase my talents again. I used to be at a point where I'd never go to the gym and work out. My physique was just natural and everything. This time around, it's a little bit different. I feel like I've got a lot more competition out there, and I've really got to showcase what I have. So I've been working on things in the gym and working on moves and doing my training. And this is really the first taking things so darn seriously. And I'm really excited to get out there and just, let it rip and let it fly. It's really exciting being back out, being in the ring again is really going to be a big deal too, because it's been a long time since I've been there. The last time I was in the ring, gosh, I can't even remember. It was years ago. So this is really awesome. And who better for the opportunity than LFC? I mean, it doesn't get any better than that right now, Of course, I do have to say that there's a reason there, I did travel down a road to actually get here, and there are a lot of people that I have to thank for me being here. I'm actually surprised I got the opportunity. And I think maybe it was just my persistence in showing LFC how serious I was, that I really wanted this. And last minute that I was even going to be on the card. So it was a really big deal. And then I have Fire women athletes, especially women athletes on Fire that I belong to also, and work with a lot of those ladies and girls. And, if it wasn't for all these beautiful, wonderful, talented, strong, athletic women empowering me and supporting me, I don't believe the opportunity would have come to me from LFC. So I really have a lot of people to thank for getting me here too.
Things happen in great ways and things happen for a reason. I look at it from a stance. First and foremost, folks, if you've not seen Veronika Valentine on the Instagram front, my goodness gracious, woman, you are in that gym and on the forefront. Dare I say you're going hard in the paint, and it absolutely shows. I also look at it from a stance too, like Jennifer Thomas, aka Jenny Bloody Valentine, amazing person, an amazing athlete, has done a lot of great works with Sessions and as well with Women on Fire. So all three kind of go hand in hand, and it's great to see another female promotion showing the empowerment and the overall skill that you beautiful women have. So it's just another female promotion out there for women to showcase their skills.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of Jenny Bloody Valentine, don't you think there's the Valentine last name?
Okay. Well, that's the thing. I mean, we've seen in the history of LFC, we've had Jolene Hex and we've had Genevieve Hex. So, I mean, hey, if we can have a Veronika Valentine versus Jenny Bloody Valentine, it's got to come together. Who's the real Valentine? Who's the real treat? As I said, it's trick or treat with Halloween, but there's some treats when it comes to Valentine. So we got to see the battle of the Valentines.
Yeah, well, there might be some secrets that might come out of the woodwork later down the road. You never know. Like I said, this might be a little bit of coincidence going on with that, I don't know.
At the same time, it's entertainment, and we get to work a lot of stuff into it. So I know you two will entertain whatever y'all do.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I'm very, very fortunate. And it's important too that I think in the game to always make sure yourself humble and remember where you came from and how you got to where you are today also, so like I said, I could have done it without. Jennifer is a huge influence. She's been around for a long time, and I've had the pleasure of working with her in the past, and I've known her now for 8-9 years. She's a really big part of who I am and who I've become as a person, not just fighting in the ring and, all that kind of thing, and she's taught me a lot of stuff when it comes to sessioning also, and being versatile and having different genres that I can actually get into, like boxing. I mean, I do boxing. It's great. I love boxing. It's freaking awesome. It's empowering. It's adrenaline rush. It's like, I love that. But yeah.
I look at it from a stance too as well. What I love about Sessions is there's something for everybody. There's preferences. It expands people's horizons. It's fun. There's head scissors, leg scissors. There's so many things to really systematically dissect and joint manipulation. And it's fun for the clientele. And I've seen a lot of your work with the session as well. Like sessiongirls.com provides a great variety. And you being a part of that list is absolutely awesome because like I said, you're killing it with Sessions and the coinciding with LFC. It's great for the overall fan base.
Absolutely. You're absolutely correct. It is. I think that's another big deal for me. And I got very excited when getting the opportunity with also is that it gives me a little bit more exposure. So there's other people that can maybe benefit from my talents, if you will, during sessions. So looking forward to, even networking and getting to know some of the other girls in the circuit. I mean, this is just really a big opportunity. I do see the whole big picture. It's not just about this one night on the 31st, getting the opportunity to go up against Bella Inc. But it's also, the fact that I'm going to network with a lot of other people, and I'm going to get to move in different ranges and explore different things, and hopefully get other opportunities with other people. So, there's a lot more to LFC than just getting in the ring and getting this fight done and taken care of. There's a whole big picture of this.
Of course. And I mean, it's a variety. And like you talk about the network thing, we get to meet a lot of great people. And there's that camaraderie factor. There's those relationships that do build. So everything will work itself together. And I would say it's like the alignment in the stars. Everything just comes together and boom, here we are. So, I mean, it works from the business side as well.
No, absolutely, for sure. I think that a lot of people, they just see that, we're getting out there, we're hot, sexy, and curvaceous, and athletic, and talented, and we're, bringing it, and we're getting aggressive with each other, and these fights are just amazing, right? But like I said, there is a business aspect side to it, and a networking side to it. So, I think it's important that people see the whole big picture too. But obviously, what's our purpose? To get in there, look good, give them a good show. Hopefully I beat the hell out of my opponent and I come back a winner. I mean, that's really what it's all about, and having fun too.
Agreed. If you're not having fun, then why are you doing it? But at the same time, I got to say to you, Miss Veronika Valentine, you actually brought up something that's very great and very cool. I wanted to touch upon this. When it comes to LFC, a lot of people just see a lot of women in lingerie, and I mean, beautiful women, but at the same time, they don't realize that the hard work that goes into the ring and outside the ring, because I always say it's not just the overall craft and art form, but the fitness and the overall regimen that goes into LFC. I'm talking about just the overall study and the overall science and mechanics behind it that really make LFC fun and really worthwhile for the performers and everyone from the fan base that I mentioned earlier. So a lot of people don't even realize like the overall body confidence that you ladies exude that also goes in LFC.
No, that's true. There's a lot of, we really have to hold ourselves accountable, and we really have to get the job done, and that's right down to also safety. I mean, it's not just about getting out there and, making sure that you're physically fit and cardio fit and all that kind of thing. I mean, safety is a really big deal too. So it's important to know what you're doing when you get out there. And that takes a lot of work, a lot of training, and a lot of coordination, and a lot of, you still have to have that confidence in yourself too, to know that you're going to do a good job, but you're also going to keep your opponent safe. You're not going to, the object of the game is obviously to win, and be the forefront at the long run, and beat the hell out of my opponent. But I also want to make sure that there's safety involved as well, so being aware is a big deal too.
Awareness. And to quote Shane McMahon, I remember he was talking about, so the first time when the Hardy Boys fought Edge and Christian in that infamous ladder match from No Mercy 99, Jeff Hardy has always talked about, right. Shane McMahon told them to be safe and spectacular. That's how you have to look at it, safe and spectacular.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we get out there, we get the job done, but, ultimately in the end, there are things that we as professionals have to be prepared for. So it's not easy. I hear all these people talking about how we get out there and, oh, this and oh, that. It's like, no. We are busting our asses out here for you to bring it so that we entertain you and give you the best show. But I'm also doing it for me too, because I want to win. I want to get it done. I want to be the girl in the ring that's walking around with the belt, with my gloves, I mean, yeah. Why not?
I mean, with LFC, we have the European title and the world title, which is held by Miss Jolene Hex. We have the booty cam chain, which is held by Selena De La Renta. So, I mean, hey, we got blingage, we got championships, and at the end of the day, that's the ultimate goal and the ultimate prize. So I look forward to seeing where the journey takes you, because I'm going to say you're going to probably be one of the many champions in the annals of LFC history.
I'm looking forward to it. I intend on definitely carrying that title as long as I can and gaining it as fast as I can. So, like I said, this is just the beginning. This is my debut. My own hope is that I am invited back again. And then, maybe I can be like Bella Inc. and get 8 or 9, 10 bouts under my belt and then become, a veteran instead of a prospect.
Well, I'm going to say right now, veteran, I look forward to seeing how that goes. But at the same time, not only do we have the performance side of things, but we also got the fashion side of things, Miss Veronika Valentine. What can we expect from the lingerie side of things? I mean, it is Halloween, it's spooky season. What are we thinking about lingerie wise?
I'm not real sure. I'm still kind of putting my outfit together, and I don't know. I'm thinking that as far as I know, my colors that I want to do some black and gold and red. Ironically, black and red have been my colors for a while now, and I think I really want to add the gold because I feel like I'm going for the gold. So I want to add that into my little outfit, and kind of make that part of what I'm speaking out to my match.
First and foremost, man, I like the style. Everything just coincides together, but black and red, I'm going to say nice mix in gold. That is what you need right there. It's a lot of symbolism in there. I like the way that you're going with that. I really do admire that. I look forward to seeing the finished product on Sunday. That's going to be a badass outfit.
Yeah, it will be. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet, but it's going to be the bomb diggity. That's all I can say.
Let me tell you something, Miss Bomb Diggity. We're going to see a lot of great lingerie. And if it's the person like yourself wearing that lingerie, I know it's going to be superb. So I know a lot of the LFC fan base can't wait to see it, including myself.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, the curves are there, but you got to still be able to wear the lingerie to make the curves fit it, right?
Hey, you said the key word also before diggity. Curves the word, spins the verb, no diggity, no doubt, got to bag it up. To quote Blackstreet from 1996, take it back to another level, right? So, hey.
I do old school on the radio all day long, all 80s old school hip hop, and it's the bomb. It really is. It's there's amazing.
Yeah, take us back to the 80s and 90s with the 80s Run DMC and the Blackstreet and 90s and Dre and Snoop. Everybody, take us back to that time, the 80s and 90s, right?
Uh, yeah, yeah. Well, we had ACDC with Run DMC. Now that was badass. That was really cool. Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, man. When you have Aerosmith, Run DMC, just that whole raw walk this way, the rock and rap connection, man. That's how you have to do it with music. It's like with anything in wrestling in general, the business side of things. Bring them together. Bring different music together.
You're right. Aerosmith. Sorry, my bad. I had the song in my head at least.
Hey, true. ACDC, Aerosmith, they both start with an A, and they were both very popular and coming into their own in the 80s. So no, you're in the right ballpark.
Yeah, well, when I was growing up and go to high school, I graduated in 1988, and it was the time of WWE coming up and everything, and everybody wanted to be a star. Everybody was rocking the rap and all this other stuff. It was pretty cool. We actually had a couple of people in high school that I went to school with that were going into the bigger leagues with the pro wrestling and and MMA too. I mean, that really kind of exploded too. And like, I'm a huge fan of UFC and MMA fights, and like, you'll find me at the bar and I'm the girl jumping up and down in my chair going, hit him over here and sweep there and do this, and like, there's nothing like it. And, it was kind of cool to grow up in an era where it was really kind of popping and going.
I mean, first and foremost, I was about to say, once you said you're that kind of girl, I'm like, I'm just picturing you just screaming, getting up and doing that. So yeah, you're that girl, which is awesome too, because that's the passionate fan right there, Miss Veronika Valentine. But yeah, no, so like you eloquently put it.
Well, yeah, well, back in Michigan, my local bar up the street from me, Savvy's Lounge, they literally had me on speed dial to bounce because there would be times where they would have issues and they didn't really know what to do, and the managers weren't able to do anything. They call me and I just come in with my strong arm and put a little bit of sleeper on there and drag them on out of the bar. I mean, people are going to see me coming into this. They're going to think, oh yeah, she's been retired for so long. Oh yeah, she's not going to be able to bring anything, and she's not going to put up a good fight or whatever. She's going to get her ass beat right off the bat. That ain't going to happen, y'all. I'm just telling you right now. You don't know what you're about to see, and I'm bringing it, and I'm going to get the job done. So don't underestimate me. Don't count me out yet.
No, not at all. I mean, I look at it from a stance too. Like you talked about the 80s, the golden age of professional wrestling, as many have called it, the WWF, and I'll say the women's side of things. We had the original gorgeous ladies of wrestling, which Hollywood, who's another one, Hollywood.
Yes. I love her. I've worked with her in the past, and she's absolutely wonderful, fantastic woman, heart of gold, happy. She taught me a lot of things, over the years and the opportunities I had to her in the past. But yeah, that's definitely a woman that I look up to in the industry for sure.
She's, I'm going to say this right now, for those who have not gotten the chance to interact with Hollywood, probably one of the most sweetest professional people out there, having fun, and she still is kicking booty and taking aim. Sheila's another one that looks absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely. She takes very good care of herself. She's also got her soap line out now too. She does botanical soaps, and she creates those, and I've ordered them myself, and I love them. I'm out. I need to get some more. So I'll be talking with her soon. But yeah, she's really come a long way at transitioning and not only continuing to do the things that she loves, but also reinventing herself and creating even more. She's very smart, very talented, and beautiful at the same time. She's got the whole thing going on.
I got to say, and I'm glad that you brought that up as well. What I love about doing these, and with all you girls, with LFC, Sessions Wrestling, just in general, man, we got a lot of multifaceted people out there because you, my lovely friend, we're talking about Sessions Wrestling, we're talking about LFC. I know you've done your broadcasting thing as well. I'm going to say this right now as someone who grew up with parents that did radio for over 20 years. I love broadcasting, and I love getting to see that other side of things with the words and telling the story from everything going on with news, broadcasting, and everything that encompasses that world. So I got to say, you're a very multifaceted individual, Miss Veronika Valentine.
Yeah, I actually have DCTV to thank for me actually ever getting into any of this. We were doing a covered story and covering this event at a venue, and it was about pillow fighting. And I thought, oh my God, that's great. Women are beating the crap out of each other with pillows. I want to do this too. So I did. I joined, and at the time I was Princess Ivana. But I got my start again through DCTV, where I was doing interviews with college pro football players. The likes of rest his soul, Alto Reed was my first interview at the Detroit Music Awards, and he was amazing. And we took like 3 or 4 shots. I was freezing my off. It was like 40 degrees outside in April, and he's wanting to retake the shots over and over again just to get it right. But he taught me a lot just by doing that, and don't push it, just relax, don't worry about it. I know that I'm the star, but really you're the star, Veronika. He was fantastic. So then I started working more with DCTV, did the pillow fighting. I met a woman named Sybil Starr, and she kind of showed me some of the ropes doing sessions, and started doing video clips and things like that. And then I just started digging more into it, and then I eventually changed my name, Princess Ivana, to Veronika Valentine, with a K, y'all. Don't forget. Yeah. So it's Veronika with a K. Everybody wants to spell it with a C, but it's okay. It just kept piling on from there. I mean, the hats I've worn, I was a preschool teacher. I mean, I've done telemarketing. I was a bartender. I worked in dental for 19 years. I mean, the list goes on and on. I've been a very fortunate individual to experience so many different things in my life, got me here today as such a versatile individual.
To be honest, I'm listening to you talking this as well, and I got to say this. It kind of reminds me of, for those who remember Rico Constantino, he was, with Billy and Chuck, right? Rico has always told the story, and this is where I kind of compare like a female Rico, because Rico goes, oh, I've done bodyguarding. I've done like secret agent work for such and such. I've done American Gladiators. I've done WWE. I've been a cop, for God's sake. So that's what you have to do to expand your horizons. Like you're talking about broadcasting, you're talking about working with Sybil Starr. You have to expand your horizons and really get out there to showcase what you're good at, and also really just add a lot to the resume and really just show your strengths and show your talents.
No, and that's true too. And like a lot of people, I hear a lot of times, oh, Veronika, you're just so lucky and this and that and the other. And, if there's anything else that anybody could take out of this interview, is this one thing I'm about to say, is that you are the creator of your own luck. And the way that happens is that when opportunity meets preparedness. And so if you're not prepared to take any kind of opportunity, you're never going to find your own luck. And it's never about being in the right place at the right time. That's something that actually happens because of who you are and what you do and what you're willing to open yourself up to. So, just remember that, like, no dream is too far away from reach if you just take the opportunities to keep moving forward to find it.
Oh, absolutely. And that really also goes back to, staying humble, because that's what a lot of people forget nowadays, because, when we go to achieve what we want, go on this journey that we call life, it's one of those things where everybody kind of just wants everything now. We're rushing into things, but it's like, wait a minute here. Once you get there, stay humble, be yourself, don't change, because a lot of people do change it. Sometimes it's not for the better.
No, and that's so true. And we are in an era now where, it's bringing up that point or reiterating with that, adding to it, where people want instant gratification too. They don't want to really work for anything anymore. They want everything just handed over to them because whatever their reasonings are. And you know what? Nothing that's ever worth achieving is going to be handed over to you. It might seem like it's great and fine, but where's the self-satisfaction in that? Where's the joy in that? Where's the accomplishment in that? So I just think that people need to realize that it's okay to work hard. Don't work so hard that you're ruining your life over something, but put the time in, and think smart about it. Work hard, but think smart too.
And that's the
I
thing.
don't know.
No, I agree with you wholeheartedly, because it's one of those things where, we're in a day and age with social media now, and everything with followers and likes and stuff. But at the end of the day, and again, social media is a great marketing tool, but it's like, is it really a satisfaction from a like or a retweet? Are they really, like with social media, everybody talks about friends on Facebook and followers. Yeah, at the end of the day, we have the friends and followers that we have in real life that we really inspire and be that light in that person's life. So, at the end of the day, social media is great, but what we put into our life and those friends and family and relationships that we do obtain, that's what really matters at the end of the day.
No, it's so true. You can only reap as much as you sow. So if you're constantly keeping everything for yourself too, and you're not giving away to other people, and you're not giving your time out there, and you're not actually investing in other people as a human race, I feel like we get lost in translation a lot, because it is said you can only reap what you sow. So you want to sow wisely, and I myself want to give away as much as I can of myself, because I know that I'm going to receive that back too. So there's a lot to be said about that, and that does get lost in translation with social media. We rely on that for our feel good feelings versus the things that we should really be relying on, and that's other human beings around us. We used to live in a day and age where it was, it took a village to raise a child. Now nobody wants to look over their fence in their backyard because they're afraid that somebody might be there standing with a bat ready to knock you out because you got your nose in the wrong business. You never know. It's just not like what it used to be. So that's part of me being with Women on Fire, with Session Girls, with the girls that I'm getting associated with LFC, being a part of all that with so many really great, amazing women with no drama and really supporting one another is a big deal. And I can't say it enough. If it wasn't for these empowering women and these beautiful, gorgeous ladies and their beautiful souls, I wouldn't be where I'm at today, because I would have been too afraid to even try to achieve half of the stuff that I was going to achieve because of all the drama and the way that women look at each other, so we're trying to break that nostalgia and get that out of there. And we want to be recognized for our talents and our athleticism. Do we want to look beautiful and we want people to think we're sexy? Absolutely. We want people to think we're all of that. But more so, we're talented, smart, individual women, and it's all about empowering each other too.
That's what you have to do. I always say these saying, united, not divided. And that really encompasses what we see with a lot of you ladies, because like you mentioned, at the end of the day, there's no drama. You're all on the same team. You want the same for each other. You want that success, and you want to put on a damn good product and entertain people from the clientele, from Sessions and LFC and everything in general. And I'm going to add this as well, because we were talking about Veronika with a K, not a C. That also adds the badassery to your name, because, hey, look at the Hardy Boys. It's not like the Nancy Drew with the BOYS. It's BOYZ. So there's always something like one little letter extra detail that adds a lot of badassery to your overall name and your overall marketing package. So, you got to have that Veronika with a K. It's a lot of badass.
Yeah, for sure. And for those of you that are watching, if you want to find me on social media, it's Veronika Valentine 1 on Facebook and Instagram. Or is Veronika with a K. And if you want to talk to me about anything, ask me questions, anything pertaining to this interview or anything like that, feel free to inbox, and I will do my best to answer those questions for you.
Now, Miss Veronika with a K, I will say this. The social media links will be in the description. One thing I always love, because, again, you're going to be inspiring the next generation. You're just going to keep inspiring with everything that you do as your overall being. So I will say this. I look forward to ring announcing you this Sunday, All Hallows Eve, at LFC 35 Booty Camp 3D. If you're not at the FSW Arena, you can watch at LaundryFC.com, $19.95. Buy the pay-per-view, man. You get to see Veronika and Bella Inc. over here do their thing and apply their crafts. Do you have any final words for your opponent come this Sunday, Miss Veronika Valentine? Do you have any final words for Bella Inc.?
Well, all I can say is that whatever she's thinking she's going to be facing in the ring, it probably ain't going to be what I think she's facing, because I've been busting my butt to get myself in gear, get my training under me, get my muscle tone back, my cardio, everything. And I have never been more prepared to get into the ring than I am right now. So yeah, I can just say that she's going down. I'm going to be the next veteran to go in that ring after that. And I'm taking the lead on this one. It's fine.
Folks, I got a smile on my face because every bout, even the main event with La Scorpion Volcano, the Lucha Lingerie, every bout this Sunday has its purpose and it's going to be top notch. It's the Lingerie Fighting Championships LFC product. And I will say this, Miss Veronika Valentine, it's absolutely a pleasure and a privilege. And we'll definitely do a round 2 of this. I can't wait to meet you on Sunday. I really can't wait to give you a hug and just have some fun and interact with you on Sunday night.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And again, I really want to thank the LFC closing, thank them for the opportunity. And I'm looking forward to meeting you as well. So it should be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Thank you. And the last thing I will say is, as I always say with this show, it's very adamant into the forefront from internal and external beauty, exuding and accentuating that beauty, strength, and dominance, the 3 key elements that make the work of art that they are. And Veronika Valentine, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much for your time.